I was trying my darndest. Oops. Trying to
Here
get
we
good light.
go. Here we are live.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Trying
So
to.
here we are, Allie and Catmama, Claudia, and
Woohoo!
I'm so
Howdy!
happy we're finally here together. Yay!
I can't even hardly believe it.
I
I'm
know.
still trying to get a good light source over here without, because it looks all bright. Can you see me okay?
I can. I can.
And that white light, that
And
so
that white light, that's your spiritual light shining down on you.
it's
It
the computer light, but yeah,
is.
for
It
whatever
is.
reason, when I logged into the laptop, I could see you, and I could no, I couldn't see you. Yeah, I could see you. No, I could hear you, and I heard you talking to the dogs and talking
Uh-huh.
to your friend, and calling me 85 different bad names. No, I'm
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I made them all up all at once.
They were all really creative and very good, and you're so articulate, and you have a superior command of the English language, and other over some other languages that I don't even think exist.
Pig Latin. Yeah, pig Latin.
Of course, it has to be flying pig
But
Latin,
I'm
but
not the cat whisperer like you, so you know,
uh, well,
you're the only
I
one.
apologize, and I had actually got on hours ago, and I set up my laptop, and I had everything ready to rock and roll. So I don't know, Mercury retrograde.
It is. It's a Mercury retrograde. Definitely is. Yeah.
I
So
looked out. Oh,
yeah. So hello, Viviani. Hello, Katie and
hi,
Michelle and Craig. It's good to see everybody here this morning.
hi,
I
everybody.
just came off a show with Jean and Valerie Klingenbeck, and we had a
Oh,
great show. I want to tell everybody about our show that's coming on Thursday night at
woohoo!
7 o'clock Pacific,
Yes, I
where
did
our
the wrong time. 7 o'clock, not six.
7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern time. It isn't a new moon. It is a birthday party for Cat
Woohoo!
Mama, and everyone is supposed to dress up in costumes. So
Woohoo!
we are working on that, and I've gotten quite a number of replies of folk that are going to come in, and we might even have a giveaway. So how about that? Might be
Oh, and
fun.
you know what?
Yes.
I am more than okay. So I have a birthday tradition of my own.
Okay.
Do I have a minute to say this? Um,
Yes.
we just had I was in a conference call recently where we had to do an icebreaker. Oh, as an introvert, icebreakers. um, anyway, and the question was, what is a personal tradition that you have? And I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, oh well, growing up, for whatever reasons, um, I never was given the kind of birthday parties where you send out invitations and have
Oh.
people come over and stuff like that. I never had a birthday party that had friends over or anything.
Oh.
And so on my 50th birthday, I decided that, it was high time I had one of those kind of parties that would be organized, and
Yeah.
invitations would go out and you'd have friends over. Um, and which is when I had my very first party. And
Mhm.
so, you throwing this party for me is
Oh.
but so my tradition has been to give away stuff on my birthday. Um
That's sweet.
to
Yeah.
because I had to learn how to celebrate by myself, and how to bring joy into the world on my birthday, one way or another. So,
Mhm.
like in working situations, I would bring small gifts to work and give them to everybody. Um, and I like to go out to breakfast on my birthday, sometimes lunch, but mostly breakfast. And then I
Yeah.
like to sort of leave like a giant tip, not giant like I'm Oprah Winfrey, but I mean like, you know, like on $5,
$50. So,
yeah,
yeah.
like on a
Okay.
$5 meal to leave, a $20 bill or something,
Right.
you know,
Right. Yeah.
something quite a bit bigger than the actual amount. And it's so you have, well, I'm sure you can imagine what the server experiences. You can see the what's going across their eyes and what's happening to their face when they realize
Yep.
it's not a mistake. that
Right.
it's in time for them. And then they
Yes.
always want to know why. And then I tell them
Uh-huh.
because it's my birthday. And
Uh-huh.
for my 50th, I did 50 days of giving away, so I gave away something or did something for
Uh-huh.
50 days. And then I always give away presents one way or another. And why am I telling you this? Oh,
That's your birthday tradition. Yeah.
yes, my birthday
Yeah.
tradition. So I too would like to get in on the giveaway.
Oh, I see. Okay, you can do
I
that.
would,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to. What do you? Maybe I could do a signed copy of one of my books. Would that be all
Oh,
right?
I think that would be wonderful. Yes, everybody that doesn't know that Claudia is a children's book writer, and oh God, that would be perfect. That would be
Yeah. Oh,
wonderful.
good. So I could
Yeah.
keep my tradition.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
not all right.
Uh-huh.
That's
All
awesome, Paul.
right. It is awesome. It
Very exciting.
is. Well, I'm glad that I could help facilitate a birthday party for you.
Oh
We
my.
all we all need that. We all need that. No, but your real birthday though is not till the 2nd. Is that right?
Right. September
Or
2nd. Right.
the 2nd. But we're going to have it a little bit early so she gets
That's
to
okay.
celebrate more than one day at a time. There you go.
Party. Oh. Oh my gosh. The world is such an amazing place. So amazing.
Mhm.
Last
Mhm.
year for my birthday, a family friend gave me two birthday presents, and she doesn't normally give me any gifts,
Oh.
but she thought it was high time that I find out who my biological father was.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If,
That's right.
yeah, if for no other reason
Yeah.
than the medical,
Yeah, definitely.
because
It's
I'm getting up
important.
there.
Yep.
And she's like, "You're 55. You don't know anything about that side of your family." And so she bought me an ancestry.com,
Right.
swab out of your cheek. And
Right.
then and so we got some pretty good information out of that, but not everything that we needed. And then she bought me another one for 23andMe, and we did that. And my friend who is a genealogist, um, I gave her full access to both of my accounts, and she was able to determine um, who my father was, my biological father was. And well, she did that, and also 23andMe had pulled up that I had a half sister, and
Yes.
just like
Yes.
gobsmacked.
That blew you away.
It did. Well,
I
55 years, you find out that you've got a sister,
know.
a half sister, but it doesn't matter, sister.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, well, that's a birthday gift that keeps on giving. And I thought, well, this is the best birthday present ever.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
was very, very cognizant, very, very aware that she may not be as excited to hear about me as I was to hear about her. So
Yeah.
I actually thought about it for a couple months before I reached out to her because I didn't want to rock her world unnecessarily. For me,
Right.
it would be good to know the medical background, but I've lived at that juncture 55 years without knowing. So I was fine.
Right.
And I
Right.
wasn't in search of anything. I don't need money from anybody. I don't need anything. It would be purely for the medical, which again I don't really need that. And because it would be nice. It'd be nice to have a sister.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I
Yeah.
played
And
it on.
she's not that much older than you, right?
Yep, she's a year older than me.
Year older. Okay. Yeah.
We went to the same elementary school at the same time.
Did you know who she was at that time? No? Oh
She
my Lord.
one grade ahead of me. And I will tell you this though, once okay, because I did a lot of meditating on this first and
Okay.
asking questions. Like I probably asked you in one of
Maybe.
your
I
online
think
shows
so. Yeah.
about whether or not I should contact
Your
her.
sister. Hmm.
Yeah, I gave a lot of thought because I didn't want to rock her world
Sure.
unnecessarily. Because
Sure.
maybe that would have been really upsetting to her, like to find out,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
any number. So I started um, uh, after I did contact her, and by the way, everybody, I contacted her, and she opened my email on Christmas, and she got what she considers the best Christmas present ever.
Oh,
I know, she was thrilled, and she was so happy to hear from me. So last year for my 55th birthday, I got my sister, um, and for this year for my 56th birthday, she's coming to see me.
so you haven't met face to face yet?
No, she's in
Oh my God,
Illinois.
that's
She was originally from my hometown, and well, I guess that's down. Oh, yeah, okay. So I started having, after we started talking, I started having recollections of being in elementary school, and
yep.
then I had the one that still blows my hair back, which was this little girl. It was recess. I remember this.
Uh-huh.
And she came up to me. She says, "Why don't you ever play with your sister?" And I
Oh,
said, "What?" She says, "Why don't you ever play with your sister? You're over here. She's over there." I'm like, "I don't have a sister." And she's like, "Yeah, you do." And I said, "No, I don't." And she said, "Yeah, you do." I said, "No, I don't." She says, "You look just like her. As so don't tell me that's not your sister." And I was like, "This girl's crazy, right?" And
uh-huh.
imagine 50, 48, 50 years later, I'm remembering
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I
Because you
can,
didn't have it wasn't in your purview because you knew you didn't have one at the time. Yeah. Wow.
I
That
know.
does blow hair back. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all been so, so, so amazing. So
That's
birthdays
awesome.
now are becoming, whereas they were never properly, acknowledged. Well,
Yeah.
properly. I mean that culturally speaking.
I know you know. I know you. Yeah.
Um,
Did she get adopted as well?
no,
Oh.
her. So according to her,
Oh, you have the same dad.
yes, we have the same
Yeah.
dad, mm, and we do look like each other, which is pretty amazing. Um,
Uh-huh.
according to our biological father's a very close friend and business partner, um, it was the swinging 60s,
Yeah.
and
And he
they
was
had
busy.
an open marriage,
Uh-huh.
and that's how I
Okay.
came to be.
I understand. That's awesome. You know
Surprise!
what?
And
It says here when you least expect it.
woohoo! I love that. I love how magical and
I know. I
odd,
know. I
fascinating
know.
the world is.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
I'm Mystic Traveler and Julie Johnson. It's good to see you. Karen Robinson is here. Yeah. Ann Simpson is here. Thanks for being here, everybody. So we
You're,
already got one question, Claudia. Are you ready to do some readings?
I
We're
am.
going to do more celebrating on Thursday night. So
Yeah.
if you can, come by and see us. Either we've invited some folks to come on. We have some guests coming on, or come into the chat, and
And
we'll
we're,
put you in the running for some prizes. Isn't that
yes,
fun?
that's exciting. And
Yay.
wear costume. And have you picked out your costume yet,
I've
Allie?
got a couple of ideas, but I'm what is the ruminating on the right one.
Well, maybe it's myself, and I'm supposed to go pick up one of the costumes today, and I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you now, it's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I have today. I have my beautiful copper rods that
Yep.
folks
She does the dowsing rods.
choose
Yep.
from. I have pendulums. Oh my goodness. I have pendulums to choose from. And
Okay.
also, I do have a variety of oracle cards.
Cards.
So, if it feels like it should be done with the rods, we'll do the rods. If it
Yeah.
needs to be whatever, we'll just we'll do it by feel, which I think we do a lot.
Do it. Oh, that's the best way to do it, Claudia. That's the best way to do it. How are the
Okie dokie.
cats doing? Have you she set up this thing called the Pookie Cam, and the Pookie Cam catches all the
Porch
strays who
people.
come to eat
Yes.
in her
Uh,
yard.
we call them porch
And
people.
you had something else that came. It wasn't a cat. What was it? Was it
An opossum. I recently
an
became an opossum.
opossum? Yeah.
I'm so thrilled. Oh my
That's
gosh.
wonderful. That's
Oh,
wonderful.
I love them.
I know they're so sweet.
I know.
Oh.
They're such good people.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So
what any of
Dream
the names I
Detective Kate
got?
would love a reading. And in
Who?
our last Dream Detective Kate,
Oh, oh,
yes, yes,
Kate.
yes, yes. She
I
would
give
love
you
a
a minute.
read. And so what had happened was at the last show, Val and Jean came through with, and me actually came through that something new was cooking up in her world that she was going to be doing. And so she would like to know what it is if we can help her figure that out. But you know what, Kate, the guides may not want us to tell you. They may want you to figure it out, but we can ask. All right.
You know, that's true. Well, okay, so Dream Detective Kate, who I love you, Kate. She
Uh-huh.
wants to know if she can find out what the next big thing is.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
What's her next big thing she's going to cook up?
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not a yes or no, so I'm not going to
Probably
use.
cards, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, do you want to go first while I'm picking
Yes,
out?
I will. Yeah, I absolutely will. So, Kate, I find that it has, this is just my reading for the day. I don't know if this is what it's going to be, but I get health. So I'm wondering if it's some kind of it could be mental health, it could be physical health, it could be spiritual health. But I'm getting that health is involved in it and the heart is involved in it. So perhaps there's something here. And it says here that it's your heart's calling. So
Ooh.
that is something you need to think on, my dear, because it's asking you to do it, and it is your heart's calling, and you are going to not only have success and victory, power and authority ruling in your world, but you'll have material gain that will come from it. You will be crowned like the queen of the healthy heart, whatever that is. So, again, it doesn't have to deal with physical health, but it could be that spiritual and mental and emotional health help with physical health. But it is your heart's calling. Go with your heart's calling, girl. There you go. Yes, you are doing that, Kate. Maybe that's going to explode some more. She does a show about health and miracles with Jay Marcus. And I actually have been on
Jay.
it with Callie Healer. And so maybe that's just going to explode. Oh, Anne says she gets something about a book for
Ooh.
you. Well, we'll let Claudia look now. Hi, Michelle Krantz. Hi, Pisces Greeter. Welcome, honey.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ask Julie. I'll put you on the list. Thank you.
Well, I've got a lot of cards to choose from, and I went for whatever reason the Radley Valentine Angel Answers Oracle cards,
Uh-huh.
and this is okay. So the card that I got, and I guess it is what it is. Maybe it doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to you, or maybe it'll make sense later. But the angel says, "Can you see that?
Oh, yes, compromise.
Compromise."
Hmm.
So maybe you, Kate, need to compromise. Uh, hmm, Maybe on your time, like maybe you're gonna have to compromise and let something else go. Does that resonate? Because that's what's coming through. Like maybe you have too much on your plate. Maybe for your next best thing, you need to give up a little of something else to put into
To
this.
balance it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me look up in the little bookie thing, and I want to read it. Compromise. Okay. Now I'm hard to see in here, so I'm gonna do my best. I do have my magnifying glass here somewhere. Let's see if I can read this. In order to create a happy outcome. All right, here we go. But let me get my thingy so I can see better. They've been trying to correct my vision for years. We're nowhere closer.
Uh-huh.
But I can see well to drive, and that's their main concern
You
because they're
can
working
see far away. Yeah. Yeah.
with the corrected vision.
Right.
But it's. I said, but I need to work. I said I use a computer for my job. I'm a biologist. I need to be able to look at stuff. And their main concern is that my vision is corrected so that I can drive.
Yeah.
Liability, right? Like, but I
Right.
don't drive all the time.
You
Okay.
don't drive all the time. Yeah.
Okay, compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you, Kate. Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work toward an agreement where everyone wins, which sounds like something you would do anyway, because that's just who you beautiful
Yeah.
self is. And
That's
then
true.
sentence on this next page: just because they don't have your vision doesn't mean you shouldn't follow your heart.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah.
So you may do
Oh wait,
something else then, Katie. You
whew,
may not. Yeah. You may do
wait a minute.
something
That was the wrong page, but it must have been for you
else.
because it
Okay.
came up. But it had to have been for her anyway because it wouldn't have actually accidentally landed on that. Okay,
That's
so
right.
the rest of her reading is: be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Mm. Be objective without finding a balance. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own.
Yep. Okay. She says balancing is a definite. So, yep. There you go.
Awesome.
Balancing. Okay. Hi, Juanita. Welcome. And welcome to Debbie Joyce. Thank you for being here. All right. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you. All right. So our next question's from Anne. Anne's coming to us, and it's a Monday morning in New Zealand, and she has to get ready for work soon. But anyway, who are my two new guides that keep showing up? I can't see what they look like yet. Thank you. Oh boy. I don't know. I'll do the best I can, sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh, you got two new guides. All right.
Mm.
Let's see. Are they one male and one female? Let's see.
Let's try this deck. Oh, boopy. Wow. The card just jumped right out there. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull that then.
Well, Anne, they told me to pick this pile, and it's unusual. So I'm getting one of them is alien.
Ooh.
Take charge and enjoy the ride. And the other one is more earthly. So one of them is a star, like a star seed, from your star system. The other one's more of an earth energy. I'm getting that the earth energy one is like a Norseman, like a Viking. That's what comes to my mind. I see him on one of those ships. And it has something to do with looking for your North Star. But he's very strong and very handsome with beautiful reddish hair. I want to say his name is something like Ivan. I don't even know if that's a Viking name. I can't give you a name of, oh, wait, I got Sprite. I get that you can call the ET one Sprite, and it's more of a female energy, and is pink in color. And maybe you've even met her before. I don't know if you've met her in a dream or if you've met her. I just see her. She's so sweet. She's just like a little tiny, I say, like a little tiny sprite, like a little fairy, even though she's an extraterrestrial. That's what I get.
Okay. Well, I had a jumper, and I mean, like it jumped right out of the box. So I'm gonna go with that one. And it has two archangels. Archangels Gabriel, and Hope. I didn't even know that Hope was an archangel, but this deck is the Archangel Animal Oracle cards by ooh, by somebody. Diana Cooper.
Oh, Iana, yeah.
Yeah.
She has some nice cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so also sheep, which is pretty funny, being that she's from New Zealand, which I have
Uh-huh.
been to New Zealand, by the way.
Oh,
And it's
wow. Yeah. Okay.
so beautiful. So
Uh-huh.
beautiful. And so here's the card. Can you see it? Is it clear?
Yes. Oh, it's a sheep.
Hmm. It's sheep, and
Oh.
it does say act with fortitude and cooperation. But she had asked about two new spirit guides. And while I guess we wouldn't consider archangel spirit guides, would we?
Well, no, but they can be. They
Right.
can be.
So
Yeah. Hmm.
so that would be, according to this card, archangels Gabriel and Hope. Gabriel.
Oh,
So maybe
okay.
those are the two. Maybe those are two that you can include in your.
In your, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Because we have angels, we have guides, we have ancestors. And I know when people have looked at me before, they've said, you've got like 20 people standing behind you, so that we get a lot of them, but some of them work on this and some of them work on
People.
that.
Huh.
Make room for my brothers, please.
I
Make room for
know.
my brothers. That's right.
What kind of mushrooms did you eat at lunch, lady?
Oh, if only.
Not I know, not you, but the lady who's or the person who saw the people standing behind you.
Yes, yes. It was amazing. It was amazing. Anne says, thank you, Claudia. Wow, how beautiful. There you go. Yeah.
You're
And
welcome.
and Dream Detective Kate actually saw what I saw. She calls the male Henry, the teacher of
Oh,
her gifts. And the
oh,
alien is for strength for hard circumstances ahead. So
okay.
excellent. And I said, I don't know where it came from, but I just trusted it. So there you go. And that's the whole that is the whole thing, Claudia. It's that we just have to let go and trust whatever it is we're receiving is correct.
Yeah, I think what can throw a person off is when you get an answer, but it doesn't seem to align with what the question was.
Yeah,
But I have to remind myself that you may not
they
always
know.
you may
Yeah,
not always get the answer to the question that you asked, but you may get an answer or information that you needed nonetheless.
okay. That's absolutely right.
Right,
That's
right.
absolutely
I
right. Yep.
have to put that
And
on my captain's
trust
hat.
it. Trust it. Yeah. You're
I'm a
doing
verbal.
fine.
I want to deliver a good product. I want to be able to answer their question, but
I know.
I have to let it go,
You do. Yeah.
and I give the information that comes through.
That's right. That's right. And I'm still learning, but I'm also learning that I need to let it go. Because we talked about it on the other show. We had gone to Valerie's Akashic Records class yesterday, and
Ooh.
all of us have been buzzing all night. And
Oh,
so it was very, very good. So she's going to probably have another one soon if anybody's interested in it. But it was
yeah.
fabulous. It's,
But I had a contract ratification all day yesterday.
oh
So
my God, really? Oh,
yeah.
that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yes, it's one step in the process
Okay.
because our contract becomes it becomes a law. Uh,
Uh-huh.
so the process is that it has to, once you uh, reach a tentative agreement um, with the state, then in order to get a successor agreement, it has to go through a ratification process, which is bifurcated, which
Right.
means that
Okay.
get ratified through the membership. And the other side, um, it has to be sponsored by somebody in the legislature.
Hmm.
And once it is, it either becomes an assembly bill or a Senate bill, and then it goes through the legislative process.
Oh my
And then
God.
if it gets approved through the legislature, then it lands back on the governor's desk
And
for
he
the
signs.
final signature, and then the successor agreement then becomes law
Okay.
and moves forward. So yeah, it's been a lot of work.
So are you going to have to like do unemployment for a while until all this stuff gets ratified, or are you still working on the last contract?
Oh yes, we have what's called an evergreen clause, which means
Okay.
um, if we do not if we do not ratify a successor agreement before the expiration of the
Yeah.
present,
Yeah.
uh, anything that doesn't have a sunset date on it just stays.
Yeah. We do
Uh,
that in the teachers union. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, yeah,
Yeah. So that's
I love the
awesome.
teachers union. By the way, that's the very first union I ever got
That's
on
awesome.
with was
Oh, I'm a union girl
yeah,
all the way.
okay,
Yep.
me too,
Yep.
100%. I am
All right. So now you're frozen up. So I'm gonna just it might be me. All right. So let us know who's frozen. Is Claudia frozen or am I frozen? Hopefully both of us aren't frozen. Can somebody tell? Maybe I'm frozen. Claudia's frozen. Thanks, Ann. Okay, thanks, Kate. All right. So I'm gonna hope that Claudia can unfreeze and come back to me. She's on her phone, and I will just sort of fill up some time until I can know for sure. Hi, Miss Mims. Yes, she did. She just left. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe she had to do that. It's good to see you, Miss Mims. Thank you for coming by. It's been a while. Yeah. So yes, Claudia and I just doing some readings, and here she comes. All
yeah,
right.
Wi-Fi lost
There
it.
you
So
go. There you go. All right. Thank you, dear. We just kind of filled the air. I didn't know if it was me or you. So they told me it was you. So all right. So let's answer Julie Johnson's question next. And
would you
welcome to Miss Mims, by the way. And thank you, Kate. I appreciate it. If it happens next time, you can help me. Yes, of course. And anybody that wants to do readings for these readings, like Kate did and Ann can and whatever, do them, because
yeah,
that's what makes it so much fun to hear what other people have to say. Julie,
yeah.
you were in SEIU for years. Well, good. You were also then. I think I'm in the AFT, the American Federation of Teachers, and have done picketing before. So,
Oh, I've definitely done that. And guess what? SEIU Local 1000 right here. SEIU.
SEIU.
Yeah, didn't Julie just say she was in SEIU?
Yes, yes, she did. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I
That's
didn't know.
awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Does she know what local she was in?
Do you know what local you were in, Julie? Let us know if you can remember. I couldn't tell you that if you asked me about mine. I don't know. But
The
all I
teachers
know is,
I
yeah.
worked with was CTA, California Teachers
Uh-huh.
Association.
Okay. That's cool. Did you teach biology for a while?
No, I had actually two. Well, my friend, a very good friend of mine, is a teacher, and she also worked with the teachers union. So I
Okay.
just as a job, I went and worked with their union. But I
Hmm.
do have a emergency teaching credential, and I have taught substitute. Uh, I've been a substitute teacher and also a substitute custodian which incidentally, at the time, Allie, and here's the power of unions. The custodians have a, a different union they did for
Uh-huh.
this district than the teachers, and I got paid more to substitute as a custodian than I did to substitute as a
I
teacher.
believe it. No, I do. Support staff is very, very important. Oh, you were a social
Yes,
worker,
they are.
Julie.
They
Yeah.
are very, very important. Of course, the
Uh-huh.
school
Yeah.
has to be clean.
Yeah.
That's not. But what I'm trying to say is that when you're a teacher, whether you're a
We don't get
substitute
paid
or
that
the
well.
regular teacher, you're responsible for what, 20, 30 little lives all day long.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
Oh, 521, she says.
what was that? Oh, five.
521?
Oh, five. Oh, or 521. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
521.
Yeah. Okay.
So she has a question whether or not her mom, who must be on the other side, has a message about her brother Mark. All right. So I'm going to pull some cards. I pulled some cards, Katie. I will read yours. Everybody can see it. But I get here, is he taking some kind of shelter somewhere? Because I'm getting here that if he's not, his answers to what he wants come from within him, and he needs to dig deep into himself to figure out what he wants to do, or where he should be, or how he should be. It says here that it's time for healing for him, connecting, mending, and releasing. And he's crossing a new bridge, or he's going to be crossing a new bridge to help him do that, I hope. But that's going to come from him and discerning that he can find somebody to help him. And it says he's going to be going a bit on a wandering path, but he should enjoy the journey because it will help him. And look at the little deer, or no, it's a fox. It's a little fox that's got a compass, and he's saying, I'll go with you on your journey. You don't have to worry. I'll take care of what's around you." So, Julie Johnson, mom says, be his rock. He is not his circumstances. Sometimes if he feels lost at sea, be his rock. She's with him, and loves you both so much. Wow. There you go. There you go. So, and Mystic Traveler was a substitute teacher for 3 years.
Ah, that's awesome.
Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for being here.
Okay, so the card that I pulled, I think I'm gonna I think I must be like operating on the, what is it called, like the metadata or whatever. I'm that out here not doing necessarily the direct information, but giving additional information.
That's all
I'm
right.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm maybe I'm the
Yeah.
side business today.
Yes, you are. Well, you are. You're the validation card, or the validator. Yeah.
So this card is number 32.
Uh-huh.
So 32 has any significance to you. And of course, 3 and 2 together are 5. Maybe a 5 has, it's Lisa, right?
Yes. No, it's Julie. Julie Johnson. Yeah.
My bad. I can't see. Okay. And the card says belong to your own dream. Have you been, did you say you've been dreaming about your brother? Did she say that?
Oh, no, she wonders if her mother has a message from her brother, about her brother, Yeah.
Okay. Belong to your own dream. And it says, create your own life. And I'll show you the card and just take the information for what it is. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, it may not resonate with you. Can you see
Nope,
this?
she says it's amazing, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah.
See, I got to stop worrying so much about
Yeah,
whether or
you
not
do.
immediately. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
great.
Yeah. He's on his own journey, and I know that's very difficult. I've watched nephews and brothers and nieces and so on their own journey, even my own children, and I've worried about what they have to learn on their own, or they have to do on their own. And if they're not well for some reason, which I don't know, it might be a frightening thing to allow somebody to just sort of figure it out for them, some things for themselves. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think sometimes it can be difficult to ascertain uh, when to step in because we don't know what everybody came down here to learn or what
Yeah,
experiences they had on
you're
their
right.
the outline of their life.
Yeah,
So maybe it is meant for you or whomever to intercede, and maybe as rough as it can be, I kind of feel like this with Pookie, like just have to let you live your life and not
yep,
interfere when I want to so bad be the savior and come
yep.
in and take you out of
Swoop
your
up. Yeah, yep.
sin.
But it's not a kitty cat. It isn't there to be saved, unfortunately. And that's why you're lucky that you have that ability, because you do that with animals. And animals are a different scenario than a person, of course. But Suzanne's
Well, but
spirit worker, Suzanne's going through that too. And
they,
I think we've all gone through it. Yeah.
I yes, they're not the same, but they still have free will, and
True. No, if
and,
they want to leave, they do, I guess.
and
Right?
they still,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
my from my experience, um, they come down here with plans as well, with you know
Uh-huh.
with the outline of their life just like we do. So we don't know if what their life plan is supposed to be. Although
Yeah.
um, I have been told, that the cats that I have right now, my indoor cats, Bernie and Nino, were had planned with me in advance to come at this point in my
Hmm.
life and share their lives with me. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't really see them very much different as humans.
Okay.
No.
That's fair. That's fair. I still think they allow you to maybe not cats, because I've never had cats, but my dogs allow me to dote on them more than my kids would want me to do. So they're sort of like, they just love. But Kate says our love for them creates a strength for the circumstance. And that's very true. It gives them that ability. Julie gives feedback here. Deep family conflict. He has a lot of growing to do. Not her job. That's right, Julie. It
Yeah.
isn't. Yeah. And
Yep.
mom's recognizing that and saying and agreeing with you. So there you go, sweetheart. But we do understand why, because we can't help it. We want to help people, but we sometimes have to step back. So all right. So Michelle would love a message for the week ahead. All right. Thank you for asking questions, giving Cat Mama the ability to get more confidence. She does have a channel, Cat Mama's Dew Drop Inn, and you need to go over and, if you would, subscribe to her channel. She is just a fabulous lady, and I believe that we're going to be simulcasting her birthday party on
Woohoo!
her channel. So yeah.
Party. I'll do these again.
Uh,
Okay, so
yeah, you do, Suzanne. You're right.
can you since I can't see, let me see.
Yeah, Michelle Krantz would love a message for the week.
Oh, Michelle, that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
that probably blinded you too. Sorry.
that's
Okay.
okay. What do I want to tell you today? All All right, Michelle, I can't remember if we read for you in the last show we just did. I'm getting cards I got in that show, and that's why I'm wondering, because I wondered if these were the ones I pulled last time for you. But what I'm getting is the first one is to forgive yourself, forgive anybody else. Um, do not hold anything against yourself, remembering that anything, whether it's misconstrued, as Jean said in the last one, or a slight that somebody may have felt, or you've given yourself, let it go. Let it go. It's important for you to do that to make room for any manifestation to come in And that's what I'm seeing that's going to happen if you do. You are open then to receiving. And by then you can relax and let the light in and then you will begin to shine more in your journey as well.
Okay.
Okay. Then you didn't.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. The card I pulled, the number is 45, which is also 5, 4 is 9. So if 45 or 9 mean anything to you. And its title is Curious Dream. Such a curious dream. Are you having weird, curious dreams? And the words given are grounding, returning to reality, and coming home.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
it's like you are being ushered to ground yourself to this week. It was for the week, right?
She says dreaming more lately. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So to ground yourself, right, or spend some time trying to ground yourself. I'm not necessarily the best at that myself personally.
It's a work in progress. Yep.
Return to reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and coming home.
Mm.
Oh, and I would like to show you this beautiful card.
Oh, that is beautiful. It looks almost holographic.
They are.
They are? Okay.
Yeah, they're an Alice in Wonderland deck.
Oh, they're beautiful.
It's got
Okay.
her little teapot there.
Yeah.
And like I said, such a curious dream. So yeah, if you're having strange, curious, odd dreams
Mm-hmm.
lately, and you're being ushered to, ground yourself, come back to reality, or come down to reality, and to come home, and you are home.
Isn't that a 90s song, Claudia? Back to life, back to reality. Do you remember
Oh
that song?
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yes, it
awesome.
is.
You got a shout out here from Heather, Indigo Jaguar, Intuitive Arts. She's saying, hello, Catmama.
Hello, my darling. Hello.
She's so cute.
Yes.
We had so much fun on a show. We had fun
I
on a show the other day. Yeah.
I always think to myself, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Exact same.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
A talented artist.
She is a talented artist. Absolutely. I hope that's not a bottle of vodka you're swigging there.
God, vodka's the first thing I ever got drunk off of in my life. I cannot stand it. It smells like rubbing alcohol to me. I can't believe anybody drinks.
I understand.
I can smell it from 50 paces. I'm like, oh, there's vodka in that thing. No, I'm just put water in this. I had tea in it at one time, but it's just.
And I'm just being a weirdo, so it's okay.
What's that? Being a weirdo?
So we have Miss Mims here wanting to know if she can pull a card or two for September, if that's possible. Yes.
Okay, Mims and September. All righty.
Shall I see you in September? Hi, Dean. Dean. Tarot asks backwards. Tarot. He's Jeff. It's Jeff. Jeff sent me two beautiful books of poetry he wrote.
Ooh.
He's coming on my show this week. Ooh. Tarot ask backwards. And thank you for being a new member. I'm shouting out to you. And it's nice to see you. Yes.
I noticed he cleaned up his name.
He cleaned it up?
Yeah.
Why? Was it dirty?
No, I don't think it's dirty, but.
Okay.
But, I'm right, sir, am I not? Because I'm pretty sure it used to be tarot ass backwards.
Oh, ow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one too, though.
Am I making
that, Jeff? You can make it ass backwards if you want.
He was. Am I wrong, Jeff?
Let us know, Jeff. I don't remember that. All I remember is ask backwards. He's laughing.
I see you.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Mims and September, right?
September. That's right.
September. Da, 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 da.
Da-da-da-da, remember. There's a lot of songs for September. What aren't there? Yeah.
I'm just saying, you and I are goofy today.
I'm always goofy, Cat Mama. Especially when I work with goofy people. So
Oh
yes,
yeah.
I have the same problem when I do the tarot, the story cards with Val and Marina. We kind
Oh,
of go off the deep end, you know.
yeah, and it would be easy to do with those two. They're a hoot.
So Jeff says he wanted to, but it is ask.
But it was ass. A-S. You
He
can't lie.
doesn't want to own up to it, so
You
it's
can't lie.
a-okay. Yeah,
And I saw it with my own four eyes.
yeah, yep, yep, yep.
It may have only been
Okay,
for a brief moment, but it was.
it was all right. So I get your higher self is working overtime, Mims. Look at this. You are working on something. I don't know what it is, but you may be getting some downloads. You may be getting some downloads this coming up this month. It's supposed to be kind of a crazy month with astrologically, although I'm not an astrologer, so I can't tell you for sure. But it is the higher self shows up. They want you to balance whatever it is. Are you going back? Have you gone back to school? You need to balance whatever it is. You need to take time for spiritual and time for physical and make sure you keep that balance in your life because alchemy.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Alchemy is your card. And it's a 2, but it also looks like an 11. So it's very spiritual. You can alchemy means you take, it used to mean you take lead and make it into gold, but alchemy also can be anything that you take and move into another dimension. So you may be moving big time from 3rd to 5th. I don't know. There it goes.
All right, Miss Mims.
Oh, she was thinking about that song too, Claudia.
Oh, it's September?
The September song, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, Jeff, I think it is better than ass. It might bother you too. Yes, I get it. You're a very fine thinker. So, yes, transmutation, working hard. Yep, there you go.
okay. Miss Mims, I'm using the Dr. Stephen D. Farmer Power Animal Oracles. And I actually got this deck. I bought it from him and it's signed by him. Uh,
Oh,
and it's the first one I ever bought for myself. And it's very special to me.
okay.
Um, anyway, so for you, Mims, I got raccoon resourcefulness.
Hmm.
You have all the resources you need. You have all the resources you need. Can you see that?
Yep, that's what her higher self is telling her too.
Yep. And a little bit from his book. Everything you need is right in front of you if you only look. There's no need to be fussing about this and that, creating drama and turmoil, worrying about whether you'll have enough the next hour, the next day, or the next week. Whatever you need will be there, Miss Mims. You might have to forage a little, but hold on. But um, oh, one moment, please. I don't have enough hands.
Well, the more cards we have, the less hands we have too, you know.
Mm. Okay, you might have to forage a little bit, but it will. So what you need, you forage for it, but it'll be there. Trust that. There's
Trust it.
nothing. Yes, that's what it says. Trust that. There's nothing to fret or worry about. Not really. Use your brain and your intuition in partnership to not only help you solve the problem, but actually solve the problem. So not just help, but actually solve it. At first, it may not be obvious where to look. That's why you have to poke around a bit until you turn up what you need.
Mhm.
for this or any other situation. Sometimes when you follow your hunch and look under the couch for your lost wallet, you find the wallet. And don't get tweaked if all the steps that you take don't lead to an immediate solution. Don't
Wow.
blindly or out of anxiety or fear. It's impossible to hear your intuition or your brain when you're jumping around randomly. I just felt like that applied to more than one person in the room.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to say
Absolutely.
it again. It's impossible to hear your intuition or brain when you're jumping around randomly. So relax. Trust that what you need will turn up. And the additional associations with the raccoon card are stealth, ingenuity, cleverness, and dexterity.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. And so I'm going to go ahead. She was our last question. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to pull cards for the collective for the week. And
Okay.
because I pulled some, and what it is to me is just reminders for everybody. And I love what I pulled, and I'm sure you will too. Miss Mims loved the message. She thanks you, by the way.
Oh,
Um, yeah, but quieting the monkey mind, the ego mind is the first card I pulled. Look at this. Quiet your ego mind.
yep, there you
You
go.
cannot access the higher realms. You cannot get to your intuition if you're too busy thinking about
Yep.
everything else. And so everybody needs to do that. Everybody needs to just work to trust, allow, sit back and let it wash over you. So there, as you were saying that for Miss Mims, it's for everybody. It also wants to remind everybody to love yourself. Love yourself. You're wonderful no matter what, you look in the mirror and you start criticizing things. Oh, look at this, look at that. Don't do that to yourself. Love yourself. Love who you are. You are a divine spark and you are worthy. But the last one is so important. Honor how far you have come, because it doesn't matter how far you've come. You can always go further, but you have to appreciate the little tiny benches along the way. Take a seat and think about, wow, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this.
I
So
don't
there
think a
you
lot of
go.
us do that enough.
Uh-huh.
We don't give
Uh-huh.
ourselves
We
credit
don't. No,
for
we
the
don't.
small increments of
Uh-huh.
positive change, of moving in the direction that you want to move
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
We're just looking for the big stuff.
Yeah. We are.
Uh, how can this be? Is our time really over already?
We got 3 minutes. Yeah.
I talk too much. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. We didn't have any more questions anyway, so
Okay.
we would have already, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to pull a card collective, and I'm
And
using.
John, I know it's hard to quiet the mind. And when people tell other people, "Oh, you need to meditate," and people go, "But I can't shut down. I can't do that." You have to find a different way to do it. That's all, hon. Just,
Yep.
maybe try one of those. Go if go to YouTube and
You know,
do one of those meditations. That
I
people
was
do.
just going to say, you know what I've been doing and loving it
Mhm.
and missed that she doesn't do it on the weekends or didn't do it this weekend, or if she did, I missed it. I have been getting up. I've been getting online at 5 o'clock in the morning, California
Mhm.
time. 'Cause
Right.
she's on the East Coast, so it's eight for her. But she starts at 8:11
Uh huh.
time, I think. So 5:11 my time. And it is Terry from
Oh yes, Terry Renner. Yes, from Holding Your Space.
Holding
Yeah.
Your Space,
Yeah. Uh huh.
and she does a morning group meditation, and I love it
Uh
because
huh.
of the
It's
monkey.
awesome.
The
Yeah.
monkeys. I can't meditate on my own, so a lot of times I will pick a meditation, a guided meditation off of YouTube, and listen to
Hmm.
that. But the energy is so different doing it as a group
It
to do
is.
it
There
live.
is something about it, even though you're virtual. You're right. Yeah.
Yes. And of
Hmm.
course, Terry is her energy is delicious.
She's so beautiful. She's
Yes,
got
she
beautiful
is.
energy.
And her voice,
Uh huh.
her
Yeah.
animals, and even her beautiful bedroom that
Beautiful
she,
bedroom. Yeah.
yeah.
She's the whole package. She's wonderful. A
Oh,
wonderful reader. Yeah. She is. Yeah.
okay. And Excuse me. I'm so dry. Well, I'm sitting in front of a fan. That doesn't help. That's why I
Oh.
keep drinking water. That fan is going right out. So this is the card I pulled for the collective. And it says, well, first of all, it's number 16, or 6 and 1 and 7. And it says, make an altar. And did you not just say something about making an altar?
No, I didn't, but I love it. I like that.
I
That's
thought,
one of my favorite things to have. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can have a candle on it or
mm-hmm,
cards on it. It doesn't have to be, yeah. Love it.
or like me, 8 million rocks, or I
Could have
thought
some
we call
stones
them
on it.
crystals.
Hmm. Or deity. Like this isn't on my altar, but I have Kuan Yin.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
love that.
white Tara, green
Oh, wow.
Tara.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah.
I have mainly rocks. Been a rockaholic.
Mhm. Yep.
And I'm going to show you. I'm going to do. I've been working on it for a while to get the stones and figure out how I'm going to do it. But my next reading is going to be a birthstone reading,
Oh,
and I
good.
wanted. I got. So I'm going to do all the. Shoot, there's so many lists. There's modern lists. There's traditional, and then there's some that overlap. Blah blah.
Yeah.
There's not one definitive list. So that's part of what I've been trying to figure out.
That's great.
Anyway, so can you see this?
Yes. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Do you
Thank
know
you,
what
Mr.
it
Sherman.
is?
Uh-huh. It's lovely.
This is called alexandrite,
It's
and it
lovely.
actually changes colors. Now this is
Uh-huh.
brown alexandrite, and the colors, I don't see it as brown, but to me the colors are kind of a pinkish red and an orange.
Uh-huh.
The color, the most popular one is, I think, the one that moves between like green and purple, but this is
Uh-huh.
alexandrite, and so I
Everybody
have.
loves it. Yeah.
What's that?
Everybody's loving it.
Oh,
It's
good.
beautiful. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I wanted a piece of alexandrite because it's one of the alternative birthstones.
Yeah.
I have that for my reading, but I have mostly rocks, stones, crystals,
That's
and
beautiful.
and I
Yeah.
love them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like you said, an altar can be
It can
it,
be transformative. It really can be. Yeah.
and it can be, yeah, because it gives you a focal point too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
To help you
Yep.
with those squirrels or those monkeys in your head, a focal
Yep.
point. Okay, I'm here now, and
Yep.
so I'm gonna focus my energy on doing this thing. So this is
Good.
the class.
There's the card. All
Yeah,
right. So thank you, Claudia. Dream Detective Kate will be on tonight with the Love Note show with Valerie. So if you can check in with that, and you want to do your dowsing rods
yeah,
on,
I'm just showing them off so everybody can
oh,
maybe
showing
buy,
them off. Okay.
so they can
Yeah.
feel appreciated and loved.
Okay. She's used them on another show we had, and I'm sure she'll use them again.
Yeah,
Maybe on Thursday night or birthday.
yeah, you
Um,
have to have the right kind of question.
right, right. Miss Mims, I don't know if Dream Detective Kate is still here, but I know that it's probably between maybe 7 and 8, something like that. So thank you, Claudia. I had a
Thank you.
great time with you, my dear,
Me
and
too.
see
What
you on
a hand
Thursday.
we are. A couple of
Yeah.
goofballs. That's
I
hilarious.
know. That's so much fun. Oh, there it is. Kate is here. 6
Okay,
p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. All right.
that's
And
awesome.
Miss Mims says she's used those dowsing rods as well.
Oh,
So, yeah, that's awesome.
well,
Thanks,
I
everybody.
so much. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry I had to change from last Sunday, but didn't feel
No,
well.
it's all right. It's
Wasn't
fine.
a good deal, and I'm so excited. Everybody come to my birthday party on August 31st. Allie's going to be hosting it, and it's going to be simultaneously broadcasted on both of our channels. And we're going to be wearing costumes, and there's going to be giveaways. And I'm gonna give away at least one signed copy of one of my books. So partay,
Come
56.
on down. That's right.
Come
Come
on down.
on down.
You know,
Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Love you
bye.
guys.
Love you,
Bye
Allie.
bye, everybody.